Chances are you clicked on this video because you're gonna buy a Ridstar Q20. So I'm gonna be going over everything I would consider before buying this bike and the pros and cons of the bike and things I wish I knew before I bought the bike. So the first thing I wish I knew before I bought the bike is like, you get what you pay for, to be honest. Like, most really nice e-motos are like 3 to 5K, we'll say. Like, just like a regular e-moto, like Talaria, Suron, E-Ride, whatever. 3 to 5K, maybe 5.5 for getting like a Altis or E-Ride Pro, whatever. You're not getting that with this $1,000 bike, which sounds pretty self-explanatory, but like, a lot of people buy it thinking like 35 miles per hour, like, oh, that's only 10 miles per hour less than a Suron. It's really not, though, because like, the time it takes for you to get to 35, you can get to like 32 if you're somewhat heavy. So like, I'm 150, I've got to like 31.8, so you're definitely not getting a Suron, you're not getting a Talaria, you're getting a Ridstar, which it's not a bad bike, it's great for the price, but you have to understand you get what you pay for, because a lot of people buy this bike thinking they're gonna get e-moto. So that's like the first thing I'll consider. Just, you're gonna be working on it a lot. It's not the most reliable bike in the world. So let me turn around here. You're gonna be working on it almost every day if you're doing like wheelies and stuff. So just really keep that in mind when you're buying this bike. The second thing I wish I knew before I got the bike was, there's so many things you're gonna wanna, there's a lot of things you have to do just to be able to wheelie, to be honest. I mean, it's just a lot more than a lot of other bikes. So like, you have to swap the brakes and take out the brake sensors, which doesn't seem like a lot, but most bikes take out the brake sensor, you just like unplug something right here. This one you have to actually take off the seat and unplug these wires, which isn't too big of a deal, but I just want to let you guys know, like, you can't wheelie this bike right out of the box. You have to like move this brake lever to this side, vice versa, just like the cord, not the actual lever. That's like how you're gonna be able to wheelie, and then you have to take the brake sensors out, obviously. So when I bought the bike, I thought I was gonna be able to wheelie out of the box, which just isn't true, sadly. Now the final thing I wish I knew before getting this bike I'd probably have to say it's not as fast as I thought. So I can actually do a top speed run right here, like coming back around, because this car is being crazy. I'll just let them go. So like, you might say 33 miles per hour, whatever, that's really good. It is, but on a Suron, I would already be at 45 miles per hour. Like, that's how much slower it is, because like, the amount of time to get to that top speed is such a big difference. A Suron holds almost 6 times the amount of power. Let's see the top speed. It's set 31, so that's like 28. So maybe 27. Also, once you get above like 28 on the display, it's not accurate. Just something to keep in mind. Also, another thing, people say on TikTok, if you go to like the display settings, you can make it go 60 miles per hour. Please no, you cannot do that. All it's doing is you're just changing the tire diameter on the display, so the bike thinks the wheel's spinning more times than it is, or whatever. Like, it thinks it's spinning like a larger area, so then it says you're going like twice as fast as you actually are. So do not fall for those cutting the wire tricks on the Ridstar Q20 either. They're just like, it's all a joke and they're making you break your bike. So there's nothing you can do to make this bike faster unless you buy new controller, battery, and motor. So I know you can get like a 52-volt battery though without upgrading the controller and the motor, but it's not really gonna do anything if you don't upgrade the controller. So yeah, so now some pros of the bike are, there's some cool features. The stock phone holder has a charger built inside that's connected to the bike, so you can just charge your phone while you're riding, which is a really cool feature in my opinion. Another cool feature is there's a walk mode. So if you hold the down arrow, it takes you to walk mode. So it's like, you can just walk your bike. It's a little fast for walking, I have to be honest. but it's like a very slow mode, and then the throttle won't work. So if you can see, like, I'm pulling the throttle. Oh, well, it's disabled because that was like above 5 miles an hour. But the throttle won't work if you're like in walk mode. So that's nice. The only way to disable walk mode is holding it down again. So just like how you set it up, you just take it off. Another thing about the Ridstar, you gotta put some decent upgrades into it to make it look decent. Like, you gotta get like, you at least have to take the headlight off. You have to get an ODI plate and a light bar just to make it look like normal. Like the stock headlight, in my opinion, pretty much everyone's opinion, unless you have a different, like all the e-bikers' opinions, it just doesn't look good, honestly. Like, you don't want to be rocking that thing. So another thing to keep in mind, like, that's like $40 of upgrades right there that you're spending just to make the bike look better. And there's not many performance upgrades you can get. I'll get into that later. The only performance upgrades you can get are new stem, new bars, a new throttle, seat cover because it gives you more grip on the seat if you're doing like combos or even one-handers like that. I've been having trouble with them lately, but another con of the bike, huge con. This is the most common problem with e-bikes. Well, with the Ridstar, like, this is the headset, this little ring. People's get loose. Mine got loose. I learned how to fix it. There's a tutorial on my TikTok, but it happens to a lot of people riding the Ridstar. Huge thing to keep in mind, okay? So, like, just know there's problems with the bike you're gonna have to, like, fix. And I would recommend working on your own bike, because it's nice to work on your own bike to, like, know what the problems are if you, like, break down in the middle of a ride or something. It's nice to know your own bike, kind of. So that's what I do. I've never took my bike to the shop. I've done everything at my house. If I would recommend anything for like a new bike rider, no matter what, I wouldn't recommend taking it to a shop unless it's like something that you genuinely don't want to mess up. Like if you're like soldering a new controller in or something, maybe take it to a bike shop. But anything just like a loose headset or something, I would just fix yourself because you want to know your bike. So yeah. The final things I would have to say about the bike are like pros of the bike. It's pretty good for the price. Like, it's under $1,000 and it goes 32 miles an hour, so pretty good speed for the price. Pretty good range. I've gone like 40 miles on a charge before. 40 miles on a charge isn't bad for a $1,000 bike, so he should have let me go. But yeah, that's another thing. Also, if you're just on little streets like this, like, it's not like you can keep up with cars. Like, the speed limit's 25. Like, you can keep up with cars just fine. The acceleration's enough to where you can, like, if you really want to keep up, you kind of got to pedal because pedaling gives you a huge boost. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it for today's video. If you guys have any questions about the Ridstar Q20, make sure to leave them in the comments below. And I'm doing a giveaway at 1,000 subscribers. So if you guys want to win a full twist throttle plug and play for the Ridstar Q20, very responsive, just comment down below why you want the throttle and then subscribe, because when I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to be picking who has like the best comment and who like wants it for the best reasons. And then I'm going to be sending it out to them. So what I'll do is pretty much I'll just have you DM me on TikTok your email, and then I'll send it to you from there or whatever. So you also have to follow me on TikTok. So you have to sub to me on YouTube and follow me on TikTok, which is right here. And then I'll be hosting the giveaway. So I wish you guys the best of luck. I'm probably only going to give away one. But if my YouTube channel is doing well, maybe I'll give away 3 full twist throttles. So make sure to stay tuned for that, guys. Like and subscribe. I'm very grateful for the recent support lately. Also, I'm almost at 500 subscribers. So if we can get 500 subs by the end of the day, that will be a huge milestone, you guys. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.